Welcome to another day on the Primal Instinct Outdoors YouTube channel. Taylor and I just finished hiking in like 16 miles to go scout for elk. No, that's not a truck behind us. We did hike here. But really we're just going to collect the game camera that he hung about a month ago now, right?
Maybe a month and a half. It's been out here for quite a while for sure. Just not been able to get back out here, and figured might as well just leave it and see what we got.
We've walked in about 10 or 11 miles now, and we still haven't got to the camera. It actually hasn't been 10 or 11 miles. How far have we walked in, Taylor?
We're probably pushing 4.
About 4 miles, and it's 1:45. Almost to that last camera. But the trip has been real fun up until this point. We saw a moose, a little bull moose, a couple times. And then Tomas, what was the last thing that we saw that was super cool?
A black bear.
A black bear.
A mama bear with her cubs.
That's the cool part, the cubs. Black bear with 2 cubs, maybe 60 yards from us. Definitely got some cool photos of it. I'll throw those overlaid in this video. Just got to get them from Tomas. He has the long lens today. Luckily he had the 300 on there because my 55 millimeters, the bear is not that impressive. All right.
It just doesn't get that big, right?
No,
Your lens?
Yeah, it doesn't get that big.
It doesn't
I didn't have to compensate with my lens.
Hopefully that's a good thing. Man, that'd be easy.
Both cameras are collected. The first one had 8,000 photos. The second one had, what did you say, 600 something?
618.
618. So we're gonna have some food, some water, check the cards on the phones, and make our way to scout a new area.
This is what happens when you don't hike enough in your boots in the off season. This happens. And we're not even halfway through the day yet.
That's gnarly, man.
So is this. Now we're trying to figure out how to get to the other side. It's kind of hard to see, but we got a pretty tall ridge in front of us, and then it's pretty darn steep once we get to the other side.
I think we'll probably go back down the drainage and around instead of over the top.
So
we're looking at Onyx here. You can see lots of cool stuff. It's adjusted, they can't see the screen.
Good. It's like the best way
We gotta go substantially down to get around all the tough stuff.
Mm-hmm. Because you look at it, you see how close all that shit is.
Mm-hmm. And we, like, going through the steeper forest is gonna be slow regardless.
Where the tree line ends and then it just goes to straight rock.
Yeah.
So kind of targeting that right there, because then if we do get cliffed out, we could just, because that's the ridge right there, we could just take that down a little bit and then cut to where the meeting spot is, because that's like pretty sure right where that cloud is. If you just look that direction, it's straight over.
Okay.
So, you guys ready? We are. Go check out that one creek, and then a little bit further to a redacted lake.
You can always just block it out. The lakes, like the names, or you can just say redacted.
Beep it.
You could say redacted the whole time we're talking.
Yeah. We're here in unit redacted. So we checked. So the basin that we had the cameras in was on one side, and we just made our way up, backtracked a couple miles, then straight up to the ridge. As you can see, we're just taking ourselves a little bit of a break, and then downhill from here, which will be good. It seems like a couple of us are having some issues with our boots and our heels blistering up or getting ready to blister up. But I think the rest of the day should be pretty good. We've ran into some elk sign as we were coming up, and I think both sides are looking pretty elky. We did see a couple elk on one of the cameras. We had a couple photos, so but we haven't had a chance to check the other one, seeing as that there was over 8,000 photos. The phone was not loading, so we'll check that later on. But I think this other side will actually be a little bit better than the drainage that we just climbed out of. Oh, hi!
What was going on there?
Check out the descent.
A little bit of behind the scenes work of hanging a camera for us to walk past.
Yeah, so this is unscripted. That we definitely didn't script that that portion. We actually, so what's cool about the new Canons are not necessarily new, but newish. The G7X, you can actually, with Bluetooth, you can tell it where you want it to set up, and it'll go set up for you, and then you put a timer on it for when you want it.
Is that what those legs are for? So it can walk over?
Yeah, yeah. So when you press it, these things, it's weird that it is a tripod, although we're not really calling it a tripod anymore. We're calling it a pod with 3 legs. We don't want to exclude any other type of pod, obviously. But these things, they walk and then they climb, and then they'll actually maneuver like octopus legs, or tentacles, right? Tentacles, not legs. And then it starts recording on its own, and then we walk by it, and then it catches up to us once we pass. It's pretty cool.
What's its name?
His name is Joby.
Joby.
Yeah.
Joby, our robotic buddy.
Yeah, but because we have it turned off, I have to manually get his legs straight again.
That looks like a wallow out in the middle. Over there to your right, Tomas, where the grass is mushed down.
Okay, this would be a good place to sit.
The ground looks a little chewed up in there.
This one looks nice right here. This is probably that spot. This is the spot.
We have ourselves our first pretty much fresh wallow, which is nice.
A wallow that's in use.
Yeah.
Couple game cameras here though.
I wrap around a little, I'd go that way, and then we can hit it straight down. Otherwise we're gonna get too far down.
Half miles back to the car.
Trail though.
Oh, to the fork. This says we walked 7.6 miles today.
So only 10 we're gonna hit?
Only 10?
Disappointing.
We've done 10.3 miles today. Woo. How are your feet feeling?
They don't feel great, but they're all right. I could probably go another few more miles.
We're tired, regardless. Even though he sounded brave there, my feet are tired. I'm ready to be done.
Yes.
I'm hungry and thirsty. But we saw moose, the sow and cubs, and then a deer, a couple deer, I guess. But we found a nice active wallow, which you guys seen all this stuff. I'm recapping everything you guys have seen, but it doesn't matter because I have to talk about something to finish this video. It was a long day. I'd call it a successful day, and now we got hour and a half-ish drive home, hour-ish drive home. I don't know. I'll see you next video.